right back in front of him and says, you did it to me, I'm going to do it back.
And now Brown heads for the bottom side of the track, and he tries to take over the position from Dolacki, but Dolacki holds on. Oh! Bad flip in turn 1.
And that time, Larry Brown got the slide job back, but he didn't get out of the throttle quick enough and ran up over that wheel, and he took a terrible flip. We see him moving his arms, and that's good news.
Whoa.
But that was much, much harder than anything else we've seen tonight. The red flag does come out. Evidently, the officials saw that was a pretty bad crash.
Well, anytime there is a hard flip like that, the red flag will be displayed for the type of accident like Rick Treadway had a few minutes ago, where there was obviously no injury to the driver. They just maintained the caution, but this was a very nasty looking wreck. They're going to right the car with Brown still inside. They're going to do it, of course, very gently. He's unstrapping. It looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he reached up and grabbed the safety worker's hands. I think he is all right as he's climbing out.
Man.
I'm sure glad to see that, because he got up into the billboards, tore down a couple of the billboards up there in turn 1. So he took a nasty, nasty ride, and it's really just too bad. He got that little slide job, and it wasn't a clean slide job, it was a little contact, and once you got that contact when you're running at these speeds, it's not going to end up too good.
Larry is from right here in Bakersfield, and his only 2 starts of '98 were here at Bakersfield Speedway, finishing 17th and 10th.
There
this
you
is
can
what
see.
happened.
There's the slide job, and he just went in there. He just caught the right rear with his left front, and once he did, that baby just took off. You can see he took down 2 or 3 signboards down there. Once again, this is a slide job like everybody else has been doing, but every time before, there was no contact. That time, he was just far enough up that left front caught the right rear. He got clear up on top of the fence, caught those signboards, and came on back down. But it was a hard flip once he got over that wheel, and that first couple up to the signboards were hard.
Here's a real-time replay. Gives you a better indication of just how nasty it was. Dave, are you going to be able to talk to Larry?
He said, let's make it quick. I want to go talk to the doctor. The important question is, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. We were racing there, and I think, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. It wasn't a real good deal. I think I had a clean pass on him, and I was ahead of him, and it should have never happened, the way I saw it.
All right, that's Larry Brown. He's going to go get checked out. I think he's okay. He got out quickly. He's mad. That's what he is. But I think physically he's okay. And, well, I think the words spoke for themselves in terms of what he thought about that particular slide job with the contact and a major, major flip. So Brown is okay. I'll tell you what, this thing lines up like a main event, and we're going to bring him right back out and do it all over again. You got some of the biggest stars in Western States lined up for heat race number 4.
Well, the cars are being refired after a very nasty-looking flip right there in turn number 1 as Larry Brown's car got up over the wall into those billboards there. And I don't know who paid for the advertising on the billboards that got torn down, but they may not have to pay tonight.
Yeah, they may get a little discount there. And there you see, he just got into the left front with the right rear. And once he got up over that tire, man, he went up over the fence into those billboards on the outside and came to rest down there. And he's going to have a lot of work to do on that race car.
But the good news is he is okay. Dave talked to him. Again, we see him up and over Dolacki and then into a really nasty tumble.
Yeah, and there's 2 ways of looking at that. I mean, that brake foot does work on that car, and he could have got on the brake a little bit and maybe missed that. I mean, if I'm him, I'm going to be mad. Don't get me wrong. But, if you give a slide job to the other guy, sometimes you have to just say, hey, I got to back off right now and get him back next time around.
So eliminate him from the lineup.